Yep.
Yeah, there's a story here, but sadly, you're not really going to see it all. Sorry. My apologies. Alright, this is Hyper Void for the Xbox One. This game is also available on PS4. It's a space shooter, I guess. It's something that sort of reminded me of like a Tempest kind of thing, but not quite. Well, you have three weapons. You have the rapid fire there. You have the green one, which has a longer cooldown, and you have that direct blue laser. So you can use those as often as you want, except for different cooldown. So the rapid one obviously has the shortest, so you just kind of keep firing. And then the green takes a little bit more. So you can kind of see why this reminded me of Tempest 2000, Space Giraffe, the list goes on. So I know Jeff Minter was not the developer of Tempest, but because he made Tempest 2000 and Space Giraffe, and what was the game he made for PSP? I can't think of the game he made for PSP. Because the Vita, excuse me. I always think of him. So it's not really fair, but it is what it is. So you are somewhat on a grid that limits where you can move, and you're going forward, and there's enemies coming at you. So I didn't really get into like the scoring aspect of it per se. Obviously, you do see a score in the upper right corner there. I was mainly just trying to survive. The environments do change. The shape of the environment you're able to move on can differ. It goes from being like a complete tube in some sections, and then in others it's like a figure 8 or things like that. So it does get mixed up just a little bit there. And the enemies come pretty quickly, and you have to shoot them. And then there's I think every 4 or 5 levels there's a boss battle. The bosses can be challenging, but they're not insurmountable or anything like that. You just kind of have to figure out which weapon works best, which combination works best for you to survive. Although I did kind of rely on the rapid fire the majority of the time. The green weapon is a little more powerful, but it's slower. So there's always a trade-off to everything. And then these enemies, when they explode, they can damage you, so you want to be careful of that. So before you get into those levels, you kind of make an approach, like out in like just outer space. You're kind of making an approach going through asteroids, things like that, to get into where you're in more of the structured environments. Game is fun. You get a feel for it immediately, whether or not it's something you're into. Like I said, I didn't really see that score hunting, didn't really get that score hunting kind of thing going on like you do with Tempest and games that are very similar to it, that are also made by Jeff Minter. But it seems alright. It's the kind of thing where if you're really into these kind of space shooters that is on sale, give it a grab. I didn't find it to be anything that I needed to get, that anyone would need to get like day one, unless you were just really like die hard into these kind of space shooters. Although I will say the boss battles was a nice addition. That's something that you often don't see in these types of games, so I did appreciate that. I died a bunch of times, so there's some challenge there. So, Hyper Void. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to other videos that might be of interest to you. We have On Epic on the left, the Xbox One, which is a game that kind of spoofs D&D, or a guy who doesn't really respect the game kind of gets stuck in the D&D game and has to fight his way through. And then I have a video for Move or Die, which is you can play a single player, but it's a multiplayer focused local co-op and online platformer competitive game. Very goofy, very fun. I guess that's it. So, unepically Move or Die. That was bad. I'm gonna go now. I'm leaving.